Harper reached in and fouled. Rodman off the bench. Let's see who he replaces. Longley has 2 fouls, and it's Luke who'll go out. Here is Pippen, out to Harper, open 3, missed it. Malone battling Rodman, and it's tipped to Stockton.
You watch Malone and Rodman battling under the boards. Malone's going all out as he runs the floor. They both kick each other a little bit.
Malone on that left block, this time against Rodman. Takes him into the lane. Tries to muscle up, but loses it. Pippen back.
Malone in the low post. They're not double teaming him. They're letting Rodman play him one-on-one. Consequently, when he goes up to put up the shot.
Bulls with the ball, down by 7. Scott Burrell is on Russell. Rodman on Malone. And Rodman's going to be hit with a foul, I think. It is on Dennis, his first. It's Malone. And it's Utah with the lead. Jordan. Rodman on the offensive glass. Wennington a good look. Moving down toward a minute to play in the first. Chicago by 1. And a whistle from Dick Pavetta. Watch the byplay here between Malone and Rodman. A sign of respect, actually, it appeared to me.
You're it.
Malone in traffic, got his own and put it back in.
That's that first offensive rebound that you talked about. Malone get it and got 2 points. Working once again in the post. He backs himself down strong. Misses it, but the great effort and the great hands to get the ball back and the finish.
Malone slips it through a crowd to Anderson, who misses the floater. Rodman juggles the rebound, but saves it in.
I'm noticing, Doug, every time Malone gets it on the low post now, they're coming to double team, trying to keep Rodman out of foul trouble.
Hornacek returns it to Malone. Now has it back in a crowd and misses. Anderson flies in, can't hit the tip. Malone another try, and there it is for Utah.
You see, Rodman didn't even try to contest that shot underneath. Don't want to get in foul trouble, so Malone's going to have his way down there. Just have to be careful and take his time and not draw offensive foul. I talked to Rodman after the last game, and he felt that Malone traveled a lot. That's why he was able to get away from him.
Malone in the lane, up and under against Rodman.
He's getting such deep position right now in Rodman. The Utah Jazz are executing their offense to perfection.
18 for the mailman. Jordan for 3. And there's his answer. It is his 3rd tonight, and he has 19 points. Malone tries to answer, and can, and he has 20. A Jordan-Malone duel shaping up in Game 6. Stockton from Malone. Malone, the bounce to Russell. 2 big assists in the last couple of possessions for Malone. 3 seconds. Michael to half court. From there, almost. Russell for 3. Malone in between 2 red shirts, pulls it down, and now he and Rodman all tangled up. And it's Malone's turn to laugh and taunt a bit.
It's a great hustle play by Karl Malone. You're going to see him. He just wants the basketball. 2 Chicago Bulls, and he reaches in there with those powerful arms and just rips it away. The foul on Dennis Rodman.
His second. Chicago back to within 2. Malone from Hornacek. Rodman managed to wrest it away from him, then Harper takes it. Malone argues that he was...
Malone got great post position here. He's got to finish this play. He leaves it short on the rim, and then the second effort, He thought he got fouled on the wrist there, and he did get fouled, so he should be upset on that play.
Four seconds to shoot. Jordan missed it just before the shot clock sounds. Rodman battling like crazy, but can't quite hold on to it. Hornacek, he and Malone, Rodman and Malone, and Rodman just trips Malone up. They got to call a flagrant here. They've got to call a flagrant. It's the third on Rodman. He and Karl Malone, regrettably, are scheduled to wrestle in one of those bogus events next month. Why Malone wants to lower himself to that is anyone's guess. And Rodman apparently wants to start the wrestling now.
I tell you what, I love what I'm seeing, the battle between these two guys. They're fighting, giving it everything they got. Both of them are trying to push and shove and gain position. Karl Malone gives him a little knock. But at the end of the play, what I like the most is Malone and Rodman both gave each other a pat on the butt and said, hey, that's the way we play. That's the way we like to play. That's Dennis Rodman's way of trying to get in Karl Malone's head. However, Karl Malone is smart enough as a basketball player that he's not going to let that throw him out of his rhythm. We saw where Dennis Rodman would get Alonzo Mourning out of his rhythm or some of the other guys. Malone understands Dennis Rodman, and he's not going to let that stack bother him.
Michael's pass to Scotty. And finally the tip drops. Rodman gets credit for the
catches this ball in the back door and jumps up and power dunks this. You could see he could barely get off the floor, but Rodman with a great tip.
Jordan off target, rebound Malone. Rodman's got to be very careful. Knocked out, 3 on the shot clock. Now trying to guard Pippen. Scotty splits the defense, can't hit the bank, but Rodman with a second tip.
That's the energy we talked about that the Bulls needed from Dennis Rodman. He gave them nothing in the first half. That's 2 tip-ins for 4 points here in this third period.
You watch Pippen in the low post. They come to double team with Russell, and as he goes up for the shot, that leaves Rodman's clear for a clear tap in on the offensive glass.
Rodman drills a 20-footer and gives it that go-figure gesture.
Now remember, in game 2 in here, he hit that same shot to tie the game. This one brings him to within 1.
Malone hands it back to Morris, who converts on the reverse.
Rodman, go figure, right? Lined up straight in, shoots it right in, and even he's surprised.
Stockton on the dribble against Kerr, trying to find Malone, but they get a hand on it, and Rodman grabs it. 4 seconds to shoot. Stockton knocked it away from Kerr. Malone tumbles. Should be a 24-second violation since no one had established clear possession of that loose ball. Carr from 20 feet. It spins out and Rodman is there. Malone over Dennis. Rebound Pippen. Antoine Carr. Malone, 3 defenders on him, and they take it away. It's Pippen wincing as he comes up with the loose ball.
Malone's catching the ball in the post. He's getting double and triple team right now. He's got to be a passer out of this post. You see Pippen there knock the ball away from him.
Underneath to Karl, and he was fouled. 4 on Rodman. Malone. Rodman wins the rebound battle.
That's a bad foul on Malone now because that's the 15th foul. Now Rodman will shoot 2 free throws.
Remember, he made 4 clutch free throws in game 4. This one is long. Over the year, he's a 55% free throw shooter.
See, Isaiah, he shot that ball. As he shot it, he sort of walked away from it. You got to stay with that shot.
Yeah, he didn't even take a look at the basket. He has to get set, take a look at it, and knock it down.
4:46 left. If he hits this, he can tie it. Stockton. 5 seconds to shoot. It's Hornacek. Malone. They'll bring it back out. The jumper by Karl. Utah back in front.
Great patience. Offensive rebound, kick it out, and Hornacek got it right back to him.
Rodman. Offensive foul on Dennis. And that's 5.
Now, Isaiah, that's what you're talking about. Jumping out off that screen and make Michael Jordan be a passer. Throw it to Rodman, who can't finish.
Even Superman apparently gets tired. Malone, lots of room. Got it.
Isaiah, normally on this play, Malone goes to the post. This time he goes and screens so Stockton can get to the middle of the floor. A mix-up. They trap. No one rotates. And Malone buries the shot.
Rodman got in front and knocked it loose, but Chicago touched it last. 50 seconds. Malone. Cross-court Stockton, a 3. It's there! Michael working on Russell. Brings them to within 1. Malone is doubled. They swat at it and steal it. Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds. 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan. Open. Chicago with the lead.
He's in the play. Look where Hornacek is setting the screen. Michael never clears, so Malone doesn't see him. He comes from the blind side and strips him. So 3 crucial plays here by Michael Jordan now as he gets Brian Russell with a quick crossover. Look at Brian Russell slips, and Michael pulls up and buries the shot to give him a 1-point lead.
How magnificent is it?
I don't think you can put it into words, Bob. I mean, what he's done here in this 4th period, you see the 16 points. He got about a minute's rest.
If they don't, for the 2nd straight year, they go out in 6. Stockton. Harper's on it. Behind the screen. Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship, and it's their 2nd three-peat.